Coming into Moto 3, it's Beckham Smith 4-1, Anderson Waldell 2-3, Nolan Cobb 10-2, 85 10 to 12 limited. Final moto on the line, 3,100 points up for grabs.
All right, Zach, if my math is correct, we got 2 riders sitting on 5 points here, so.
Yeah, it's once again anybody's guess, and consistency going to pay off with some dark horses as well. Obviously, somebody like a Jaden Smart coming in with a 1 in Moto 1, but then an 18 in Moto number 2. That's going to be really tough to do something with in the overall picture. But Nolan Cobb coming in on a 10-2. Beckham Smith looking strong with a 4-1, and then Anderson Waldell with a 2-3.
Yeah, so 2 riders on 5 points, but certainly some riders with a poor Moto finish that can get into the mix and potentially take Moto 3 and throw a wrench into the plan of some of these riders as they chase their championship.
Here it is, Monster Energy Live drawn with the shot, and we are going racing in 85 10 to 12 limited there. You see the 74 Waldell, good jump.
Yeah, right out of the gate. Here they come, rifling down.
It's going to be around the outside, I believe. Nope, up the inside made it. And is that a yellow bike? There we go.
Nolan Cobb, there it is with a 2nd place in Moto number 2. The yellow KTM out front leading the way.
Cobb not messing around out there.
It's rougher than a Cobb right now, too, out there, too.
Willie Manning got to be pumped back there. Jumping around at his guy, Nolan Cobb.
I definitely made a mistake early in the week. This is a year to not call the OEM by the color of the bike.
No. Nope. We're getting messages about that. Is a KTM.
So Cobb tied right now at the top of the field with a 10-2-1. Beckham Smith a 4-1-8 early on.
Radar back in 8th. So Smith didn't get the start he needed. Right now it's all about Nolan Cobb, but tied. Well, the pass is being made now, so Cobb's going to drop down in the championship by 1. Every pass Smith makes is going to make him a championship contender.
Yeah, definitely when you're talking about somebody like Beckham Smith, this kid's worked his way to the front of the pack multiple times before. There you see the 23 on your screen as he takes over the title conversation. Beckham Smith.
Checking it, too, looking over at the competition, seeing where his competitors are as he heads down 20 miles of bad road.
When I tell you what, guys, earlier this week when I was hanging out in that Monster Energy Riders Zone, it looked like that might have been Cobb that was down. But our younger riders usually in there hanging out, they're sipping on some Tua water, but Beckham Smith was over there. He's on the spin bike. He's actually doing a warm-up. He's stretching out just like you were seeing some of your pro sport riders do. A young rider, but definitely takes his craft seriously, and it's paying off as he's looking at a potential title if he can hang on.
Those guys are serious about it.
Absolutely.
The crew out of Amarillo, Texas are not messing around. They're training over there up at Oak Hill.
Yep.
And the boys over there, Denny, they take it serious. They bring the big rig in. They're all over the place. Not only are they running that training facility, the racetrack. Go ahead, Cam.
Hey, if you're wondering who went down, I believe it was going to be the number 22 of Beckington, as he was the rider that got shuffled back as they passed the finish line. Started to see the 22 bike start falling back. Currently credited with 12th position.
Hey, Parker Beckington started out a little sluggish out there, but he's slowly getting it back together, making some decent finishes out there. So hats off to you, Parker Beckington. Keep on soldiering on.
Big shout out as another one of our young ladies up front early racing. Kyler, we see on the 54 up in that number 4 spot, trying to hold off. Beckham Smith is now into the 10 Commandments they go.
He's got a tough road to hoe there with Kyler, but here we go.
Yeah, on the outside for Smith, he's going to get the pass, so 1 more point added to the cushion.
Long way around, but it makes it clean.
And this is a big race for Racing Kyler as well. We saw her line up way on the outside. I'm not sure if it was in this class, but she's had a tough one, a 21 and a 22 coming into this final moto. So even just to finish inside the top 10 in this 85 10 to 12 limited class is a solid way to close out the week.
16 minutes ago, almost 17 minutes ago, and Beckham Smith now with each and every pass is solidifying, putting his flag in the ground for this championship run. A 4-1 and now a 4th position. He's got a few points ahead of the rest of the field. He's just got to maintain right now.
414 with his elbow to the floor as he is wide open coming to the front. Don't forget, you guys can scan the QR code on your screen and download the Verve Moto Prospect app where all of these riders are ranked up. You can see their path to Loretta Lynn. You can see some of their other accomplishments and so much more. Once again, if you're a racer yourself, type your name in and you might be surprised. Your name and stats may already be up there. You just need to claim your free profile on the Verve Moto Prospect app.
A little swapper, the big swapper right there, but able to pull it down. And now, hey, that Bermuda Triangle entrance is a little rough and choppy going.
We know it.
Nolan Cobb's still in control of this one, but I think he's got some company here. Levi Geis and Smart making a run.
So there went Cobb just off screen. The battle is Geis and Smart going at it right now as the Yamaha rider, like we said, starting the weekend off, or the week off strong with a Moto 1 win, but things not going his way in Moto number 2. An 18-point in second Moto, putting him way back in the overall picture. Still actually sitting 4th overall at the moment, the way he's running. So we'll see whether or not he can make a couple of passes and potentially steal the final podium spot overall.
Yeah, what could have been for that young rider. Jaden Smart's looked really, really well this week. I can't recall what happened on that 18th, but that is the dagger there, I would say, that 18th. But he's still got some work to do and going to prove to these guys, or try to prove to these guys, hey, I'm the man.
No, he's a gamer. He's a racer. He's like a Zacco. Those guys get on the bike. It's time to punch that time card and get the job done.
Well, passing Levi Geis is no easy feat.
No.
Here we go out of Storyland as the 6 is right. Oh, look at this. Geis doing a little checkup.
Geis looking
hard. That was just a stare down.
Yeah, it wasn't a glance at all. It was like, how dare you?
Yep, here we go around the outside through 20 miles of medium road. It's not that bad yet.
Zach had him call.
Yep, I wrote a letter. Yep, called the DOT. There's a work order in, but it's got to get worse before it gets better.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Look at this. Smart made the move. You saw the 33 think about trying to cut back underneath him,
and the 33 looking back again, seeing who's coming next.
Got to race in front of you. Man, that would be a great job for Nolan Cobb to get up there and at least get a Moto win, get a gold medal, bring that thing back to Florida.
Yeah, gold medal, and if he continues like this, could be looking at a potential $500 check courtesy of Florida Racing as well.
Yep, for sure.
Take Wes Kane out to dinner.
Hey, he's going to take Willie Manning out to get him an Outback special.
There you go.
Hey, that pass that Smart just made on Geis was enough to tie those two riders at 21 points. So as they run right now, the final spot on the podium would go to Smart. But 13 and a half minutes to decide their fate.
Well, Smart's not looking like he's planning on going backwards anytime soon.
No.
So short of a mistake, it's going to be hard to take down the Yamaha rider. And I'm curious to see, they both, Cobb and Smart, 201.5 and 0.8 on that last lap. I'm curious to see what Smart's able to do with some clean air.
No, Donnie Luce did not send Cobb any of those YZs with a reverse option in them.
Not going backwards, right?
Nah, no reverse option in that one. No flick of the thumb, hey, we're going to go backwards. Nah, it's not an ATV, folks. It's not going to work like that.
Meanwhile, the 2-3 sitting on a 4-1-4 right now. Enough for the title. Launching back into Storyland, and what a story it would be for Beckham Smith to be able to walk away the champ here in 85 10-12 Limited.
Well, yeah, the nearest rider to him in the podium is going to be Cobb, who's sitting in second, but he cannot gain any more points. So
Cobb's gone as far as he's going to go.
He can go as far as he can go right there. He's not going to be able to finish with a overall total score of less than 13, as he's only got the 1 in this Moto.
That 10 was the ticket, and Zach, that's what we talked about. Carrying a lot of points or needing to gain that one more position, or that's what these kids are starting to do. They're like, I need to get the guy with the less amount of points is going to be your winner, of course.
Yeah, it's easier said than done, and sometimes you're working off your back foot right there from Moto number 1. Sometimes, like a Jaden Smart, you start things off with a 1, you're going the right direction, things go wild midweek, and you don't have the result. You got to close things out strong, and then for some riders, it's super consistent, and then that pressure builds. It's the pressure cooker of the Moto 3, and things fall apart right at the end of the week. But the best of the best are able to get it done multiple times throughout the week. Perform pressure makes diamonds.
That is 100% correct, and that's what you get when you get the best 42 in your class in the world. This is an open invite. You just got to come here and go through the areas, regionals, and you get a place on the gate if you meet the qualifications.
Yeah, we've had so many incredible riders, both here from the United States and internationally this year, as well as there was a glimpse of the number 20 and Jaden Smart starting to creep. Cobb actually a faster lap time the last time through, but Smart certainly in the picture.
Yeah. Up to about 4.5 seconds now, so
I mean,
Cobb holding his own in a
Cobb running a great lap
moto.
time out there compared to the 204s and 202s. Now Cobb posts a 201.
Hey, and not to mention that is the fastest lap of the race.
Yes,
race.
1:53.
Yeah, but not just, I mean, to be on that lap, like we're 4 laps in. I don't know if he's feeling pressure from Smart or the rest of the group, or just finding his flow. But
lead, I think he's got a I'm going to show you I got the skills to pay the bills mode right now.
A chip on the shoulder for Nolan Cobb as he continues to try to work towards a third moto win. Jaden Smart, Levi Geis, 2 and 3 with Beckham Smith leading the championship and kind of sitting on the outside of this moto podium. You see him on your screen. Beckham looking very smooth here this morning. Another rider we've seen in several different scenarios, done some arena cross racing, hits all of the big amateur national stops as well. I've seen him literally fill the side-by-side up out at the Verve Moto World Mini Grand Prix. He's got so many of those giant 6-foot-tall trophies. I think they had to rent a trailer just to be able to bring them home.
That's how you got to build it. You've got to hit all disciplines.
Halfway flag
well rounded. Yep.
And like you said, the Smith family, little brother Bryson out here racing as well. These guys both terrors in their classes. And then very sweet, respectful. Take the helmet off. Nicest kids ever. Put the helmet on. Absolute savages out there.
I would feel like if you're on the 23 ride here, I feel like he knows where he's at in the championship. This moto has to feel like eternity. You just got the halfway flag. You're like, can we just get this thing over with right now? You know, fourth is a good ride in the moto, but he's got to be thinking big picture, and time in this situation can kind of slow down. You're like, what's this flagger doing? He's not paying attention to his watch.
Yeah, you got to come around there. You're looking at it every time. When's it going to come out? I mean, Cobb, I see Cobb wants to get that moto win, but in that, as he exited 10 Commandments, it's a 5-second deficit. Here comes the spoiler, Jaden Smart. Mike wants to snatch that moto win away.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. He wants it, no question for sure. And, yeah, to your point there, Kate, if you guys were getting ready to do Radio Fox last night, I popped in and chatted with Tanner Dorman just a little bit, who also grabbed the title from finishing off at the podium. He said, dude, that moto felt so long. I swear we did 45 plus 2, and it was only supposed to be 20
like
minutes.
An hour long, right?
Oh, man, so tough.
You could be standing over on the fence, and before you blink your eye, the gates drop. It's over. You're like, wow, that was 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's amazing how your mind can play tricks on you. I mean, I did motos for many years, and they were always 30 in length. And sometimes I'd just be looking at my mechanic, like in practice situations, going like, what's wrong with this dude? He is not paying attention to the clock. But it's just the way that the mind works in some of these situations.
Last week when I was racing the car, it felt like I looked up, and it's 20-lap feature. I looked up, I just glanced up on the board, and we're on lap 6. Yeah. I go, whoa, I got plenty of time here. I thought we were on like 17. I don't know, it just happens like that.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, one of the incredible opportunities we've had this year in 2026 is to bring the St. Jude's Lapathon right here to the ranch. You guys can scan that QR code on your screen and do your part to help us show our support for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. If you know anything about it, an absolutely incredible foundation, all that they do. And fortunately, but unfortunately, you know, some people that have had to use the resources of St. Jude's, and man, absolutely incredible, so great what they do. And the Love Moto Stop Cancer effort's been going on in the SMX world for quite some time, but excited to be able to bring that same level of support right here to the ranch. So scan the QR code on your screen, find out more, and do your part to help show support for St. Jude's. Big thank you to them for being on board here in 2026 as the laps continue to wind on here in Moto 3 of 85, 10 to 12 limited. Cobb, Smart, guys sitting quietly back there in that number 3 spot, about 3.1 seconds back from Jaden Smart. And
Right.
kind of another up and down there for Geis. 7-11, and then finishes up with a 3 if he is able to hang on.
Yeah, we've been following Ryan Cincinnati there for a little time. Good Moto 1 for him, third, and then mishap in Moto 2 puts he finished 17th, but showing some love for that rider as they work their way through the 10 Commandments, as well as the 77. That's William.
Yep, I was just about to say, Williams chasing Cincinnati now. You had Herrick up just in front of him, who we've seen up front, and also having some bad luck throughout this week. Herrick, that is. So all of these riders looking to end, and a positive note, an exclamation point, Cato, doesn't always mean a title, doesn't always mean a Moto win. If you were sitting outside the top 20 every Moto, breaking into the top 20, if you could barely finish all the Motos, finish all the laps out there, just finishing on a solid run, there's a lot of ways to find positivity as you're exiting the ranch.
Yeah, and we've had moments of that from a lot of riders. We're already talking about, double-digit finishes in some of these motos. So, look, don't hang your head, right? I mean, this is the best of the best, and just kind of fight the good fight and keep the thing going. And you'll be surprised at how it works out sometimes. We've seen some races already, in the third moto where championship was just a little bitty twinkle, little glimpse of hope, and they just fight and claw for the entire 20-minute moto. And next thing you know, you're holding up the number 1. But all of these guys can and girls can do it in the right situation. It's just repeating it over and over and over again. So just be here and find yourself in a good moto. Be proud.
Well, and one of the sayings that you hear a lot around the ranch is, I either win or I learn, right? There is no losing here at Loretta's, and a lot of times champions of the professional ranks and champions of the top level of amateur racing come from a lot of defeats, Wes. You got to learn those lessons, sometimes the hardest of ways to be able to enjoy the spoils of victory.
I always say, and a couple of riders that I've mentored, a rider is having a little issue there, but back up. Take the pros, write 10 things that were positive, and write your 10 things that were negative.
Yep.
Your pros and your cons. Take those and build on those. Use those. Put those in your little tool bag. But then take the negatives, the cons. What did I do wrong?
Yep.
What can I do? And work on those. And then all of a sudden they start meshing together. So there's a lot of things here that you have to take from this race.
Well, and to your point there, Wes, I guarantee you a Nolan Cobb, a Jaden Smart, even a Beckham Smith, they're going to be looking at some cons as well. Even if you walk away with the title, the best of the best are always searching for more, and especially here in these amateur ranks. Yeah, right now you could be the top 10 to 12 limited class, but what are you going to be to do the top super mini rider next year?
Even Buckman.
Yep.
He is going to take some things from here and use in his tool, book of knowledge, in his guidebook to help him. That's how you build a champion. K-Dub, what do you see?
Yeah, right now we've been watching the 23 make a lap around, so I just started looking at timing and scoring. And guys, Smart's kind of making a little run here. About what I think the 2-lap board is out. Yes, it is. The 2-lap card is out.
Yep.
We're down to about 2.5 seconds, which is about the tightest it's been here for a couple of laps. So Cobb's still holding strong with his flow racing lap times there, 2:01.5 to a 2:01.8, but the lead is down to about 2.5 seconds. That's the tightest they've been in a couple laps.
Yeah, those were their fastest times of the Moto, dropping down to
yeah.
2:05.
My apologies.
No, yeah, but
thanks for correcting that, because look at the difference.
2:03 flat for Smart, so he was 2 seconds faster on that last lap. 2-lap card now out. We're watching
deficits.
Yeah,
So
it's on.
It could come down to Bermuda Triangle. Could be the deal.
Well, we've seen that already. Affect the championship, unfortunately.
Hey, Winkern's over there selecting who needs to pass through there or not. That's his playground over there, that Bermuda Triangle over there, out of where his fish camp is in Stewart, up there around the area up there, all the way out to Bimini, to the Bahamas.
So watching Smith, and I believe that may have been even a lap rider. No, that might be Kyler O'Rourke just behind him, but the battle just a bit further up ahead, as it looks like Cobb has got company of the number 6 at Jaden Smart here at the front of this moto. It's not necessarily going to be for a title, but certainly bragging rights up for grabs.
Just as quick as we pump it up, it's now back to 3.5 seconds.
Yep.
So it's been in a little bit of an accordion effect. So the battle's still trying to play out in front. We're going to have the white flag coming out for those guys right now. We're just showing some love to our potential champion here. If 23 can keep this thing rolling. There we go. Here's Cobb.
Cobb with the white flag now. Cobb with a 10-2. that one might be something they were just sitting there going, I want to get a whole shot. I want to win it. I need to win one. So with that determination, Cobb not going to let go.
Well, and he is determined. He has responded to Jaden Smart's lap time, drops his down to a 2:03.4, which is actually 4/10 faster than Smart. I'm not sure Jaden's close enough, K-Dub. He's going to have the lap of his life.
He was a lot closer there about a lap ago. We were, well, we don't root for anybody, but we love seeing action. So we were hoping that Smart could bring this thing down to the wire and give us something really exciting to pump. But right now it's just going to be what it looks like. Yeah, you know, you never know. You never know.
Cobb.
I thought this thing was kind of stretching out.
Oh, it's close. Oh,
it's down to 2.5 now.
They're separated by only a couple of commandments. Here we go, Nolan Cobb. Woo! Can he hang on for 3/4 of a lap? There is Geis back there in the number 3 spot. And Beckham Smith shouldn't be much further behind, but at the front of the field.
Oh, boy.
Nolan Cobb.
Cobb is riding the ride that dreams were made of down here at the ranch, but Jaden Smart says, wait a minute. I'm going to try to get close enough to throw a monkey wrench in your spokes.
Dabbing the foot there just a couple of times. You can see how hard Cobb's trying.
If Willie Manning's at home, I've seen him grinding and doing certain things to his bike. He's probably sitting on the edge of his seat right now.
Yeah, right now. He's
come on, Nolan Cobb, win one, bring it home.
Cobb sending it now into the 20 miles of bad road as...
Oh, you got a couple back markers there.
Yep.
Look out. Cobb doesn't check up from the neck up.
Nolan Cobb going mid-track, way outside here. Going to get around a lapped rider and get ready to buzz by us in the tower one more time.
I mean, the pass from Smart wouldn't move Cobb out of the second position. But, well, no, it wouldn't do that. But it would take that Moto win away from him.
Here it is, Nolan Cobb one more time into the Bermuda Triangle.
Look out!
Gets in, gets out clean, checkered flag in sight, and it will be Nolan Cobb almost getting taken out by a lapper there. Fist in the air, a Moto win. As you see how close Jaden Smart was, just behind a solid second place finish for the number 6 as well. But here is Beckham Smith closing in on a potential title in 85 10-12 limited. On cruise control for the moment, comfortably in that number 4 spot. And he is going to be fired up a 4-1-4.
He knows it.
What a feeling. The longest moto of his life. And he gets through it. He's a champion here at the ranch. Beckham Smith gets it done in 85 10-12 limited. He's fired up.
Yeah, he's going to blow that thing up.
I love it. I love it.
Hey, we're done with this motor.
How about it? What a ride for the 23 as the high fives and hugs begin. Mom down there, the entire family, going to be celebrating. This is what it's all about. Family here at the ranch. What a performance from Beckham Smith. Racing Kyler does cross the line, rounding out the top 5 in this moto. A very solid finish for her. After being outside the top 20 those first 2, showing what she's capable of as we get ready for that Rocky Mountain ATV MC Top 10.
Did you see that hug?
They weren't letting go.
That was a long hug.
Cool. That was cool. That's what it's all about. I mean, it takes a lot, not only from the riders, the families. Like I said, been able to see the Smiths for quite some time, and they do it right, no doubt about it. Your top 10 breaks down like this. Nolan Cobb grabs a Moto win. Jaden Smart, Levi Geis, Beckham Smith, and Racing Kyler, your top 5. Parker Beckington responds with a 6th place finish. Braxton Roth, Brian Cinceretti, Brent Brockmuller, and how about it, Jet Rao with a solid performance as well. Top 10 to close out the week on the Kawasaki. Overall, it's Smith, the 4-1-4, Cobb, the 10-2-1, and Jaden Smart with a 1-18-2. Rounding out your overall podium, Geis and Cinceretti going to round out your top 5 overall here in 85 10-12. We'll give you a look at how it all broke down with your AMSOIL Rapid Replay. You can see Smart there, the blue helmet way on the outside, had a good jump, but couldn't quite get the start. Nolan Cobb once again finds himself out front early on. And that was just about all she wrote, K-Dub. Had the clean air.
Going to be a start to finish for Cobb. Had to fight off a hard charging Smart, but that he did. And here we look at some of the other riders here that are going to jockey for position. This was just a race of what could have been. Got some 10s and some 18s and some 11s all around the podium, on top of the podium and just off. Cobb's going to get his moto win. Jaden Smart's going to put in a great performance here in this moto. Try to make a run.
And shout out to Levi Geist.
Levi Geist doing well also. Yes, 7-11-3 overall for the week in this class.
But Beckham Smith staying calm and managing what he needed to do. You didn't see him overriding, going out of his way to try to catch up to somebody he didn't need to. But Jaden Smart, he wanted it all. He was taking it down to the wire. The dog started to hunt late in this third moto and closed in on Nolan Cobb, but close doesn't count here at the ranch. Nolan Cobb drops the lap times back down when he needs to and is able to hang on that final lap for a moto win. Smart, a valiant effort, but couldn't quite get it done.
Nice
Skying it. He cut it down to 19 miles of bad road right there. He jumped the first mile, it looked like. Lap traffic and all, Nolan Cobb avoids it, takes the checkers, takes the win.
Nice little swerve there at the finish line. Hey, I'm going to the podium, guys. Y'all got one more lap to do.
You guys can keep going.
You got one more lap.
As how about it? The fist pump. That's what it's all about. That's how it feels to be a champion here at Loretta Lynn's. The celebration's getting ready down on the podium, and we are getting ready to send things down. Sounds like we're ready.
We are ready down here, and we're getting ready to crown some champions and medal some moto winners. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your moto winner. This is Nolan Cobb. We'll get you that gold medal. Not only are you the moto winner, second overall in the championship, there's $500 from Flow Racing, Nolan. That is a pretty awesome gift from Flow Racing. Nolan, let's talk about that gold medal in your hands. How did you pull that off today?
I finally got the whole shot. Every other start was pretty good. Then I got the whole shot, got up front like a little 4-second gap or so, and I just tried to keep it the same, didn't want to push and go down, and I just maintained the race and won.
You certainly did that. Clearly you're well practiced to be up here. What did you do to prepare to put you on this podium today?
Definitely trained a lot at Ranch 54 with Eric Sorby and Willie Min. Got this bike going fast. Want to be able to do it without him. And wait, do you want me to thank people?
Go for it. Now would be a good time.
FMF, Oakley, Ranch 54, Eric Sorby, Guts, T-Rex, Alpine Star, and everybody else. Thank you so much.
There he is, Nolan Cobb, your moto winner! And second overall in the championship here at 85, 10-12 Limited. That is quite the sight lap we have going on behind us. Next, we're looking for our bronze medalists as we move the first place moto bike out of the way. We're going to get the championship bike up here in just a second, but we'll start with our bronze medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Levi Geist. Bronze medalist. There he is. We needed a hat. Very smart. My hair doesn't look good after I pull a helmet off either. Now put your hands together for Levi, guys. Levi, well done. Such a competitive class. I'm sure it was difficult to get up here on the podium.
Yeah, not the week I wanted, but ended in a good way.
It certainly did. What are you going to prepare for next year so you can make this week the week you hope for?
Keep training with Oak Hill, Denny, Kyle, Katie, and do good next year.
That sounds like a plan. Now, after Loretta Lynn's, what is your plan? Are you cooling down? Are you going on vacation? What happens after Loretta's?
Probably take a little bit off, cool off, and get ready for Ponca City.
All right. Sounds like a great plan. Who would you like to thank for helping you get here?
My mom, my dad, Jesus Christ, my grandma, my grandpa, Oak Hill, Denny, Kyle, TLD, Oakley, Aaron Kane, Wild Bunch, ASV, Pro Taper, T-Rex, and everybody else. Thank you.
Levi, guys, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your bronze medalist. Next up, we're going to talk to our silver medalist. Silver medalist and third overall in the championship. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause would be great for Jaden Smart. There's your third place check from Flow Racing. Thank you very much, Flow Racing, and a silver medal. Well deserved and hard earned. Jaden, you are no stranger to this podium. How do you keep getting back up here?
Just good starts and just charged through the whole race.
And is that what you did today?
Yeah, I just sprinted the whole race.
That's a long race to sprint, and you were ready for all of that?
Yeah, I train my World Moto. We don't get tired.
That sounds like an awesome idea, and clearly it's paying off. Jaden, who would you like to thank for helping you get here?
My mom, my dad, my brother Eli, my trainer Martine with World Moto, Donnie Luz, Ed, Jordan, my whole Altus Yamaha Blue Crew team, Enta Suspension, FMF Exhaust, Dunlop GoPro Moves, Bell Helmets, 100%, EVS, CP Racing, Camworks, Enterprise, Go Country Casino, and everybody else. Thank you so much.
There he is, Jaden Smart. Second place in the Moto and third place in the championship. All right, we need a championship bike up here. Can't celebrate without the bike. Here it comes. Look at that, number 23. Look at this setup. Oh, just perfect. I love it. All right, a round of applause would do us well for your 85, 10 to 12 limited champion, Beckham Smith. Pretty stoked on that one. Here's some champagne, or some juice, you know, it's some 10-year-old champagne, right? We've got the Oakley Glasses award here for a special lady in your life. You can get a pair of Oakley Glasses. You're also gonna get one of those OGO gear bags. We're gonna wait for the start to go off because we wanna hear about your race, and they're about to go. We did not want to disturb the championship speech with all that noise in the background. Now tell us about your week.
It was good. This is like my best Loretta's yet, and I'm just like so happy to be up here. And yeah, it started off good. We got second in the championship yesterday, and we're on number 2. But yeah, I got first this year, and we're gonna be running number 1 next year.
That sounds pretty awesome, Beckham. You did have a good week with the 2 and the 1. What did you do to prepare to make it up here on the top step of the podium and second place in your other class?
I just worked my butt off after having a broken wrist, broken elbow, broken thumb, broken shoulder. I mean, it's just been a hard one, especially with my dad with his eye. And we overcame a lot this year, and yeah, I've just been working my butt off at Oak Hill with Denny and Kyle. Even my Miss Kayla, my gym teacher, she's been helping me a lot in the gym, and yeah.
It does sound like you've overcome a lot. And real quick, Beckham, did you say 4 broken bones that you had to overcome to get here?
Yes, I did.
That is so impressive. Glad to see you on this top step of the podium after all that adversity. And before we thank your sponsors, we'd like to welcome up Chris. He is from Flow Racing. He's going to give you $1,000. Beckham's nodding his head. He knows what's coming up. $1,000 for Flow Racing. Oh, yeah. All right, Beckham. What are you going to spend $1,000 on?
I don't know yet. Got a lot of things in mind, but I'm probably gonna save all this money because my birthday's coming up next week, so I might just just save it, but yeah.
All right, just save it up. That's a very wise young man, Beckham. Well done. Beckham, who would you like to thank for helping you get here today?
I want to thank my mom, my dad, my brother, Jesus Christ for Talents of Protection, KTM, Darian, Jen, the whole Orange Brigade crew. They've been amazing to me. I'm just so thankful that they're by my side. So was Rob. He's been with me for a minute. I want to thank Lynx because last moto in this class, my bike blew up and I couldn't do it without Lynx. And I'm just so thankful. And Brandon from Beast Motor Lab, Trey, EVS, Fox, Alex, and Tamer, Pro Taper, Phil Factory, and everybody else, Smart Carb, and everybody else, thank you.
There's a list of sponsors, and before we celebrate too much, we have Willie Browning. He's from the AMA. He's going to present to you the #1 plate for 85 10 to 12 Limited, and that, ladies ladies and gentlemen, is your national champion here at 85, 10 to 12, Beckham Smith.